All right, so I know it's been a while, kind of since we worked on this. I've just been trying to make some money and get towards being able to buy the expensive parts for this. So I've gotten a lot of questions on it. The crank is not being reused. The camshaft is. Most of this is going to get reused, not the turbo. And now back at our heads over here, I did get a question about this. You saw that we pulled some valves out. They were pretty worn. But the main issue here is the cracking. We cleaned them up a bit. You can see a crack right there. And you might be able to see that crack right there on the exhaust seat. The camera doesn't really pick them up that much, but these heads are cracked pretty far. And once they extend kind of the valve seats like that, they're probably no good. Most of these were good, except for like this one. It kind of reached out to the firing ring. But after seeing this one, I didn't even bother cleaning that one. We're just going to order new ones. I'm probably going to go with Pro Max heads. For a crankshaft, I'm going to get a scat crankshaft and probably just a new, that style of harmonic balancer and get the whole assembly balanced. And here's our box of pistons here. These weren't really in bad shape. None of them were cracked or really damaged, but I figure with the amount of new stuff going in this thing, why not go ahead and get new pistons just for, you know, the sake of having it all fresh and new. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm probably going to be ordering heads in the next week or two. But in the meantime, I've been trying to gather up some of these smaller little bits and pieces, such as these sprayer nozzles for the pistons. So I got those, and if anyone is interested, there's the details on that. As you can see, we got the turbo drain and some freeze plugs put in. We've got a new GM block heater. That should be the part number for that. Here I've got the oil pressure relief valves. I think one's for the filter and then the other's for the oil cooler. And then there's also this little sort of freeze plug type thing that goes above this one. There's the part number for those. Anyways, that's kind of where we're at with this. I just kind of wanted to do a real quick sort of video of putting some stuff in, getting started on this, and show y'all kind of where we're at. We did get our cam bearings installed at the machine shop. That's just from test fitting the cam. Here's a look at the head mating surface and fresh honed cylinders. This thing is set and ready to go. So real quick, here's what one of these piston oil sprayer nozzles look like, not installed. Just a little piece of aluminum that goes facing towards the piston. This is facing towards the crankshaft side. And they fit in these little bores here, and they're about 6 millimeters or 1/4 inch wide, and that would preferably be the size brass rod that I have, but I could only get like 1/8 of an inch, but we can make it work. But pretty much these are press fit in, so I'm using my brass rod to kind of hit the outer edge, drive it in, and then you'll feel it just like that. That one's in place. You'll kind of feel it fight to go in a little bit, and then it'll slip right in place, and then you'll knock it in and you'll feel it won't go any further. So we'll get the rest of these installed real quick. All right, so now that all of our oil sprayers are installed, we're gonna then work on installing these valves here and that sort of freeze plug thing. All right, so it took me a minute to kind of figure this out, but that one with the pink spring goes down in there, and then the smaller one with a blue spring kind of press fits into here. So I've got the one started that sets down there, and then that little gallery plug gets put on top of this, but we'll go ahead and put this guy in and then finish that one. Oh yeah, that's all it takes. So apparently that tiny little hole in there is supposed to prevent like air locking, is what that book says. So after getting those in, we can reinstall our oil filter adapter. I've got new O-rings for it. There's that one, and then there's one sitting in there. But first, obviously, this is kind of wet and grimy, so we're going to throw that in the ultrasonic cleaner for a couple minutes. Alright, so here's the O-ring kit that I'm installing. It comes with 3 of them. On this, there's one in there, one right here, and then there's one right there on the bolt. One on the bolt. Alright, that one's in there. There we are. I'm going to lubricate that O-ring, and then lubricate this O-ring in here too. And we'll get that tightened down, and this gets torqued to 31 foot-pounds. So that's a 36mm socket, and it gets torqued to 31. There we are, on the dot. Alright, so next up is installing the camshaft. This is going to be the assembly lube that I'm using. Just going to put a little bit on each of the bearings, and then as I insert the cam, put some on each part of it. You can see this stuff is very tacky. Did have the machine shop check it for me when I first had the bearings installed, and with the cam installed with no lube, it spun just fine with no issues, so you should be good to go. Yeah, it's not fighting at all. It's got plenty of lubrication. It's sliding out. Alright, so next is installing our thrust bearing. Just a bit of this. These bolts right here get torqued to 17 foot-pounds. It's a 1/2-inch bolt, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, we'll recheck this guy. Recheck this guy. Alright, we're all set. Alright, so next we're going to get this block heater installed. And the stuff I've used on these freeze plugs, when I installed them, you can kind of see a brown residue around it. I've been using this Permatex for my gasket. I've heard pretty good things about it, and this is pretty cheap. It's like 12 bucks for this huge container. So this is good stuff, and this does use an O-ring, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit around the edge of that. Alright, we've got that coated with more than enough. Get it inserted. Let me wipe my fingers off. And now this just uses a... First we'll get that pressed in, that fits nicely. And you just tighten this guy up. And it kind of sucks it in. Grabs the block, kind of sucks it into it. Holds it in place. There we go. Just snug it up. All right, that's in. Okay, so engine wise, that's pretty much all I've got for now. I know this has kind of been a slow process, and this really is not much. For me, it just means a lot to even have this thing more than a bare block sitting on a stand. So this is exciting for me, at least. I know it's still slow going. Kind of the main reason for that is just I've kind of been saving up for the more expensive parts, and I'm actually ordering the heads this weekend. They're the most expensive part for this by far. Heads and crankshaft are probably going to be in this coming week. But I really just hated looking at this thing bare and really wanted to get somewhere with it. And the next step obviously is crankshaft. So I'm knocking out the most expensive part, being the heads, and then we're going to get the crankshaft balanced and order some studs and get all that figured out. So I figure real quick, we'll kind of go over some other plans with the truck on the side. I picked up this toolbox here for 50 bucks about a month ago, I'd say. It's Jawbox brand. And this thing is actually pretty big inside, as you can tell. I don't like the white, and obviously it's got some rust on it, so we're gonna clean this up and probably paint it a gray, possibly a black with bed liner. That's just kind of some dirt and stuff that's settled in there. But overall, for 50 bucks, you can't beat it. I was able to order a key for it too for like $8, so this is a good deal. We'll kind of get to that in a bit. As far as some upgrades on this truck, this is the original fan and fan clutch. You see it's a 5-blade fan. A pretty common thing to do to these is to get the 9-blade fan. I got this off of a school bus with a 6.5 diesel in it. I think it was a 2001. So we got that, and it's got the heavy duty fan clutch on it. So there's that. As far as the interior goes, I've always really disliked these janky cloth seats. I don't know if you can tell, but these things are pretty nasty. You can just see the dust flying everywhere after I hit that. And this is it's like 1 or 2 year kind of saddle tan color, I like to call it. I think GM calls it light beige or something. So it's kind of hard to find the correct color seats for this. Obviously, we've got the rear leather seats still in place, but these have been swapped. And I like the 60/40, but I also don't. Not to mention the notorious GM center console there that won't fold down. So I actually found on Marketplace, someone was parting out a 95 Tahoe, I believe it was. And obviously we got the front leather seats. They're not the right color, they're a little darker. And these things are pretty beat. I don't know that I'm gonna use these. At the very worst, the backs are okay. I'll just get the bottom reupholstered, but once again, the color isn't exactly what I want. They are power seats, or at least the driver's side is. It's not heated, which is another thing that I did want. But the biggest part of it was I got this really nice center console. I've already cleaned it out and whatnot, but it's in good shape. I need to find like a cup holder or something for that. But these are always broken. These work good on it. And we got the drawer. So there's that at least. And that's pretty much all I've got for now. I don't really like to do these kind of rambling on sort of stuff where I'm just explaining what my plans are. I like to actually do it. But in this case. I've had a lot of questions, a lot of comments asking, what are the plans for this? What's going on? You know, what are you using? Where's the truck at? So that's it. That's all I've got for now. We'll probably have some other videos on other projects, small projects, and more of this will be coming later on. But I wanted to get something out there and just kind of answer some questions that I've gotten, kind of explain where we're at with this. And like I said, any progress on this right now is just kind of, it makes me happy to see. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for this one. So more on this, more on some other stuff. And I'll see you all in the next one.